Hi, I'm Anthony Analetto, President of the Equipment Division here at Sonny's. Today we're in Lauderhill, Florida at the site of our first ever car wash case study. But things have changed a lot since that first visit. For one thing, the name. When we came here about 15 years ago, we featured prestige car wash owners Jimmy Gorant. We profiled the opening of his first express lane on this property that was a full-service car wash. Well, today, Jimmy's son Nick is in charge, and he's running the show here at Prestige. What was Prestige is now a newly renovated wash-and-go car wash that features both full service and a full express car wash with free vacuums.
Nick Gorant was days away from a major renovation and possible teardown to reorganize the lot to accommodate free vacs. But with SmartQ, Nick was able to simply add Sonny's control lanes, allowing customers to utilize the free vacs and then enter the tunnel, eliminating major site work and saving well over $100,000 in renovation costs. Let's hear the story.
I can't believe we're back here doing another case study over here at the former Prestige Car Wash.
Yeah.
You know, and now we call it Wash and Go.
Yes.
But this is kind of interesting. This is neat. We got a lot of new stuff going on. Yep. I said, but I think before we get to the new stuff that we've done, I think everybody needs to know where we settled from the first video when it was full serve with an express lane,
yep,
how it ran, how they got from A to B with the free vacuum spots being added, and how they got loaded on the conveyor in order.
Very different now. Full service, we would actually stage them to where we're standing. We would prep the cars, we would send the cars in the tunnel, and they would drive through. That's pretty much how we did it before the massive transformation happened.
But before we went forward to this plan,
yep,
we had another plan. Tell people what you are planning on doing to this site.
This has been probably 3 years now we've been wanting to change, but as anybody is, you're scared of the cost, you're scared of the change. What am my full service customers gonna think? And we went ahead and we went from taking all our vacuums and lining down our building. We actually had a meeting on knocking down half the building. I spent about $25,000 on architecture. It was definitely gonna be an expensive road, but a road that we were willing to take because we saw how big of an impact this new system is gonna be.
A plan was in place for Nick to convert the full-service wash into a flex-serve operation, but he happened to see a new Sonny's SmartQ video, which piqued his interest and caused him to reach out to a colleague who had recently installed a similar system. After seeing it in action and speaking with Sonny's controls, the plans for demolition were scrapped, and a new approach took hold.
This technology wasn't out when we were looking at doing this, but by how amazing Sonny's is and innovating tremendously. Every year there's some new crazy thing. It's changed massive, and my budget went from 4 to 50 without overrun, so you know that could be 20–30% there. We did our entire project with all our gates. We did our full service, redid that, and put all new vacuums and new lights in, and we spent around $300.
When all was said and done, the change resulted in a full implementation of Sonny's SmartQ. Nick installed 3 pay stations and complimentary digital signs that took the place of his attendants. All feature LPR, and one is a VIP lane for his club members. The digital queue tracks the customers from the POS all the way through the wash as they move through the tunnel and the vacuum areas, making sure every customer gets exactly the right wash and services. In the tunnel itself, he added brand new signs from Mr. Foamer, along with lights and buff and dry. And finally, he reorganized the finishing area to allow for more flow to make it easier for customers to exit the lot.
This is easy. This is nice. It's not a concrete jungle, and I think the customers see that though. I think the customers drive up, and it's easy.
It's amazing how smooth it runs today.
Yep.
Doing all that work, one of the biggest fears you gotta have is what's the return on investment? Like you said,
yes,
am I gonna keep my full serve business or some of it?
Yep.
You know me, I think I said 10 times, just get rid of it,
yep,
and then you'll build up this business.
Yeah. So 3 years ago, I was done. You saw it. I hated it. And that's not good to go to work and hate what you do. I traveled and I looked at some other really good operators. It's an assembly line now, and we can just pump cars out. I plan on, at the end of this year, is having nobody in the back, one loader, and that's it. Our club sales are up, our ticket average is up, Our labor is down by 10%.
It's a win-win-win, right?
I'm winning. It's like people, oh, you did this because of COVID? No, but it worked out to be that way. But honestly, like, we'll make our money back in, I say 2 to 3 years. It's honestly a no-brainer. Interest rates are so low. Pull the trigger. How many people am I gonna cut? And that's it. I called up Regi. I said, meet me here. If this is your car wash, what would you do? And it's the best to ask Sonny's or yourself of a new operator to say, if this is your business, how am I gonna do it? And I don't look at it as, oh, they're just trying to make money. I look at it as they want to be very successful. And Regi came along and he's like, hey, we're gonna put 3 lanes in here. We got a fire lane here. We're gonna put everything the way it looks now. And I honestly, he told me Monday, here's my money on Tuesday. It was quick.
I saw the construction going on. I talked to you every couple of days. You cut the holes, lay in pipe. It was one of the fastest remodels I've seen. Well, while we're here at the front of the car wash, explain a little bit about how it works.
Yeah, so it's very, very, very cool how it works. So basically how when the customer drives up, they're gonna pull up to the machine. We have 3 cameras on each one. So those are gonna take a picture now of it. We have another LPR that's gonna send a picture, which is gonna send to the digital queue. So it actually will store it in the digital queue from reading this camera. Once it gets to the conveyor, that's gonna pop up on the digital queue and literally roll her up, retracts. It's gonna tell you what they bought. It's gonna say if it's a new member, a new customer. So that's kind of how it works. It's really flawless. Once it's hooked up and Sonny's does a great job getting it done, you never touch it.
Helping with the planning and implementation for the digital queue was Regi Flanagan from Sonny's Controls, who joined us to talk about the project.
Regi, I'm so glad you came by as we're doing this video shoot. Nick, couldn't say enough good things about you. This is a project that's been in the making for a long time. How'd you lay it out?
Well, it's pretty funny. So over the past few years, Nick has come to my office with different sets of drawings. So I'm gonna do it this time, I'm gonna do it this time. And we released what's called Smart Queue. We put it up at a site in Stewart, and he happened to visit the site, and when he was on his way back, he gave me a call and said, what is this Smart Queue? How can it work for me? And I said, let's do it. Came here on a Monday. We measured everything out. He was originally going to do 2 lanes, and I said, well, you have the space, let's make a 3rd lane for your VIPs. And man, he moved fast. Now he's keeping all 3 running. Here we've been seeing, when people are even just thinking when they're pulling up, you see the VIPs just cut right through, and they're in and out. And vacuum, pull up, automatic reorders. So his guys right there at the tunnel, all they're thinking is, let's just get the vehicle on, check for any damage, check if they have a trailer hitch, things like that. They're not worried about which vehicle is going to actually get the wash. When you combine all the different technologies here into just one spot, you don't realize how quickly it can just transform everything. Not just speed of service, but really, it's all just very welcoming. Your brand, all the extra branding that you put onto it, marketing, your top packages. We worked with him where when someone pulls up, they actually are prompted to push towards its club plan. So do you wash a couple times in a month, 3 times in a month? If they hit yes, then it brings up options to actually sell the clubs. We knew, our first thought was, we know that sometimes 3 lanes, it can get out of order. That was our first thought about it. And then we started, as more talking with you and seeing that there's a lot of sites where you don't have that option of vax first and then pay. And so we just saw, well, wow, it's gonna cover your queue always in order, and then also open it up so that sites like this, hey, we can now go express and we don't have to worry about manning it with extra people, coming up with a foam applicator or a marker or whatever else you have to actually make sure everyone's getting the wash they purchased.
It is amazing. I think the opportunity for us to take care of and service more customers now is bigger than ever before.
Yeah.
With this. But Regi, I think this was a big help. I'm glad you came by.
All right, brother, it was great seeing you.
Same here.
Nick added a VIP lane for unlimited club members, allowing them quick and easy access using Sonny's license plate recognition technology to recognize their car and their membership, automatically raising the gate and adding them to the queue.
They can buy a membership online, type it in the computer, it stores it in, they drive up, and it's activated. Right. So it's game changer. For people like me that has been in this business for a long time, it sounds intimidating, but once you pull the trigger, you're gonna be able to have a life again, you know? So we were at $10.30, and that was when we had our no detailing. just a regular, our old wash menu. We then did ceramic, added express hand wax, raised all our full serve prices $5, added all these machines in, and we went up about $3 a car. And we raised our club members, so we went from $20 to $25. We raised our prices, but the main thing that we saw here was 5% of our customers were buying a top package, which never was. I was only doing about 19% top wash, now we're doing about 26% top wash. And then our club sales, we were always averaging with people about 80 members, 90 members, and at a $20 introduction. We're $25, and this month we're doing like $120 a month in new members. So I believe we can do about 150 to 200 members a month starting next month. We've seen a increase in our ticket average on our top package. And which is, I don't know, I think it's easier to buy. We wash more full serves. We were always 15%, we're 18%. 3% on a $32 check average is a lot of money. And I believe you want a good job, you're gonna pay for it. And I believe people are willing to pay for it of what we bring to the table.
Real quick, a little bit, just the key points they need to make the decision.
So pretty much on the return on investment is number one, see how many people you have in the back and figure out how many people you're gonna be able to cut. And that's right away, you're guaranteed return on investment. The next key point is if you do something this big, take the opportunity on raising your prices, rebranding, putting the ceramic in. Take that opportunity to incorporate everything like we did. We changed our entire name after 30 years. I wanted to be something different because we were making such a massive change. And then the other big is have a plan. Have a plan and be on top of your contractors or whoever it is. If you're an investor, pay somebody to oversee your initial thing. It could be even manager, but somebody just needs to have a plan in place to oversee everything.
This is living proof that constant change makes constant results, and this is, I think, is going to be the biggest results you've ever had. I want to extend a special thanks to Nick Gorant for having us out here today at Wash and Go Car Wash. I hope this sheds a lot of light on how you can use modern technology and Sonny's controls to provide a better customer experience, and also to help you and your business save both time and money. Here at Wash and Go, they've saved in excess of $100,000, and the site is working beautifully. Thank you for joining, and as always, good luck and good washing.